Hello, it's Tom Huntington. We're here today to talk about doing role swaps using Robot HA. Well, in any case, the best place always to start is the user guide. Fairly short user guide. I recommend you read it and from cover to cover or from beginning to end because there are a couple different things out there that we talk about before you get started. There's preparing for a role swap and a series of steps and things that we talk about that you need to consider. And then we have a couple different role swaps. And today we're going to be doing a full swap versus a swap while active. Swap while active is certainly an option, but it's not a full role swap. And ultimately, everybody wants to get to a full role swap. So before you begin, of course, there are a few things that we talk about in doing a role swap. Again, where to sign on, what you need to do. We're going to walk you through those steps and hopefully, I don't have the checklist in front of me, but we'll work it out from being able to do this on the fly. So, all right. So the user guide's there for you to read cover to cover. So first thing we're going to do is we have our source side system Able here, which is in black and white, and our target side system Alba, which is in green. We are running a few other products out there like Robot Schedule. So the first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go into Robot HA, and this is something we would advise you to do, is to go in, take a look at your rules, see when's the last time you ran a sync. This should be happening automatically in the background. We can see we got one step down here that hasn't been done for a while, so I'm just going to force that with an option 8, and then I'm going to do F11, take a look at my other rules that are out there, see how current they are. Looks like everything's pretty current, except for I'm going to force all these system functions to run also. And what this is doing, it's the configuration information and user profile. So we've submitted those off the batch, and it looks like an authorization list. Everything has synced up. So at this point in time, we are good to do our role swap. So I would also, at this point, I'm going to shut down Robot Schedule because Robot Schedule is kind of my main application on this system. And I'm going to act like I'm you and shutting down my business application. So my business application happens to be Robot Schedule. So shutting that down on Able. And now I'm going to sign off the device here. And then I'm going to go over to the console. So I have a console session running for Able to do. Okay, so now we need to go into Robot HA. One of the other things I've shut down is the Insight server because we're using that for dashboards on this system. And but now we're ready. Everything's available. So take option 10 for role swap. And then we will do, are you sure you want to do a role swap? And the answer is yes. And we can look at the role swap program that comes with the product. We give you the source for that. You could modify it and put in your own steps, or most people create their own little script that helps them shut down their own system to get it ready for a role swap. So at this point, we're going to do the role swap, and I'm just going to let this run in the background while we wait for the sync jobs to end. As we can see now, we're down to 4 sync jobs. And at this point, we're starting to remove the remote journal linkages from all the libraries that are being replicated. And we're saving our Robot HA production environment settings. And we're going to be shuffling those over to the target system. And important, the Robot HA backup machine settings. So we have to take our rules from Robot HA on the source side and get them over to the target side. And we're setting our manual sync points on all the libraries to make sure that we're set there. All right, the role swap has completed over on the production side, and you will notice now it says backup over here. All right, so we can back out of here, and now over on the target side, I'm going to also shut down Robot Schedule so it doesn't submit any new jobs off the batch. And I'm going to come down and sign off here too so I don't have anything locked. And then we'll go over onto our console device and we'll go into option 25 for robot HA. We'll take option 7 for roll swap, option 10 for roll swap, F10. So we can see again we have that roll swap program. If we want to modify it, is a different name. And I hit enter here. And that's going to end the sync jobs that were over on the backup system and that are running back towards the old production system called Able. And we'll wait for those to run. Now we only have three sync jobs left to complete. Copying the robot HA settings again from the backup system to the production system. We're saving those so that we can shuffle those over. Okay, we're bringing the robot HA production machine settings back. Setting those manual sync points again from the backup side to the target side. All right, now Elba is the backup system. Okay, so now what we want to do is go into robot HA. We want to look at our control menu. We will see that things are inactive. We want to start it. Obviously, we'd be looking at our system to make sure everything's in place. And actually, if I sign on up above here, go into robot HA and take a look at my attributes. I should now have all the rules that I had over on my source side. We'll see that. SF11, everything's in place. Okay. Down below here, we've activated the start TCP IP, and then we should do the same over here on the new backup system. Notice this is backup. And we should start the TCP IP server. And then on both systems, as part of the process, we held the job queues. So now should do a work job queue, and we'll see the RSF HA job queues on hold. So I should release that. And the same I should do over on the target side, or the original production side now. Come down, find the robot HA job queue, release that. Okay. And then I can start the sync process from both sides. Okay. And now when I look at robot HA up on top here, we'll see that it's in prod mode. Notice our sync dates have all updated too, or times I should say. So it's actively replicating things back. So we've now completed a full roll swap. We remembered to bring everything back up. And that's it. That's how you do a roll swap with robot HA.